Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a really fascinating and, well, incredibly fragrant world, the global fragrance and perfume market. Our mission for this deep dive, it's to unpack the key trends, the, surprising regional shifts, and the massive forecasts. All this comes from a comprehensive market report by Cognitive Market Research, and it covers projections from 2021 right through to 2033. So, have you ever wondered just how big the fragrance market really is and where it's truly headed?
Indeed. And the numbers we're about to explore, they reveal something quite significant. What's fascinating here is, well, the sheer scale of the projected growth. It reflects much deeper consumer trends and cultural shifts happening globally. It's really more than just a pleasant smell. It's a powerful economic and, cultural indicator.
Okay, let's unpack this then, starting with the big picture. In 2021, the global fragrances and perfumes market recorded a staggering revenue of over $58 billion. dollars.
Wow, 58 billion. That's a huge number already.
Right. But the report projects it to rise significantly, reaching over $77 billion by 2025. And then, get this, it's expected to ultimately nearly double its 2021 value, hitting a colossal $137 billion by 2033.
And what's really fascinating there is that overall compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, is nearly 7.4%. That's,
Yeah.
well, it's not a fleeting trend, is it?
No, definitely not.
It's robust, consistent growth over more than a decade. That truly signifies the enduring power and expanding reach of the industry. It's a market that's not just growing, it's really thriving.
It certainly is. And it makes you realize this isn't just some niche market for luxury goods. This is a significant, rapidly expanding global industry. It touches consumer behavior and economies really across every continent. So here's where it gets really interesting, I think, as we look at who's leading the charge in this scent revolution. Let's start with Europe, traditionally a powerhouse in perfumery, right?
Absolutely.
It held the largest market share back in 2021, valued at over $20 billion. And the report projects it to grow to nearly $47 billion by 2033, maintaining a strong CGR, too, over 7.1%.
Yeah, and if we, connect this to the bigger picture, Europe's strong foundational market. It's clearly set for continued expansion. It's a mature market, certainly, we know that.
Right.
But its consistent growth really demonstrates an enduring demand and cultural relevance. That keeps it at the forefront. It suggests a deeply ingrained appreciation for fragrance, probably across a broad consumer base there.
So who's really driving Europe's continued dominance then? Because while France is, the traditional heart,
Right. Icon.
the report highlights some fascinating shifts among the key players. For instance, Germany. It was already a larger market than France in 2021.
Interesting.
And it's set to nearly triple its market size, reaching close to $10 billion by 2033.
Wow, 10 billion.
Yeah. And the UK market is also projected for pretty impressive growth, more than doubling from roughly $3 billion to over $7 billion. And most other major European countries, Italy, Spain, Sweden, they're also showing consistent, robust expansion. It just underscores the continent's enduring demand.
That's a crucial observation, I think. While France remains iconic, like you said, the robust growth in markets like Germany and the UK, it suggests a broadening consumer demographic for fragrances, maybe extending beyond traditional luxury into more sort of mainstream lifestyle choices, perhaps.
That makes sense. But while Europe holds strong, the Asia-Pacific region is, well, it's truly surging.
Oh, yeah. APAC is the one to watch.
It nearly tripled its market size projected, from over $17 billion in 2021 to an expected $44.6 billion by 2033. And it boasts the highest regional CGR, over 8.1%.
8.1%. That's where the real dynamism lies, isn't it?
Exactly. And within APAC, China is the dominant player, projected to reach over $13.7 billion by 2033.
13.7 billion, just China.
Japan also shows significant growth, expected to nearly triple its market value by 2033. And then there's India.
India, right.
Remarkable growth,
Right.
from about $2.3 billion in 2021 to over $6.6 billion by 2033,
Yeah.
with an impressive KGR of over 9%.
9%. Okay, so this raises an important question, doesn't it?
Mm.
What's truly driving India's exceptionally high growth rate?
Mm-hmm.
Is it, a rising middle class embracing new luxury habits?
Yeah.
Or maybe the influence of digital marketing reaching new demographics, people who were previously underserved, perhaps?
That's a fantastic point. And the report highlights a fascinating blend, actually. On one hand, yes, rising disposable incomes are certainly fueling demand for premium international brands. That's clear.
Okay.
But on the other hand, there's apparently a resurgence in traditional indigenous scents and bespoke perfumery.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, which is capturing a unique segment of the market. So it's not just about more people buying perfume,
Right.
but how they're engaging with it, seeking out both global trends and these culturally specific expressions. And we're also seeing strong growth across South Korea, Australia, and Singapore too, signaling a really widespread regional boom.
So complex picture there.
Definitely. Okay, moving across the continents, North America had a market value of over $10.6 billion in 2021,
Mhm.
projected to more than double to nearly $22.4 billion by 2033. That's with a CAGR of over 6.4%. The United States, unsurprisingly, leads the region, expected to reach over $18 billion by 2033.
18 billion in the U.S. alone.
Yeah. And Canada and Mexico are also seeing significant expansion, each projected to more than double their market sizes by 2033.
This market, particularly North America, it really demonstrates a stable and mature demand, I'd say. While maybe not as explosive as some emerging regions, its consistent growth, well, it underscores how integrated fragrances are.
Yep.
It's an established part of consumer culture and personal grooming there.
All right, steady growth. Then we have South America, a market of nearly $5 billion in 2021, projected to more than double to over $11.7 billion by 2033. And a strong CJR too, over 7.6%.
7.6, pretty solid.
Yeah. Brazil's the largest player, alongside significant contributions from Argentina, Colombia, Peru, and Chile, all showing, stable and healthy expansion through the forecast period. Okay, next up, the Middle East fragrances and perfumes market, valued at over $3.2 billion in 2021. It's set to more than double, reaching nearly $7.8 billion by 2033.
Another strong growth area.
Definitely. And the UAE is really standing out here, an impressive 8.3% CAGR.
Wow, 8.3%.
Yeah, projected to reach over $1.2 billion by 2033. And we're seeing strong numbers from Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Egypt as well.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here, I think, is how deeply ingrained fragrances are in the culture of the Middle East. They often play such a significant role in hospitality, personal identity, traditional practices like bakor and out.
Right, that makes sense.
So this strong cultural significance likely underpins this robust growth. It drives consistent demand and encourages innovation within the region. Scent is truly a part of daily life there.
A very different driver, perhaps, than in some other regions.
Exactly.
And finally, rounding out our global tour, Africa, its market, valued at over $1.6 billion in 2021, is set to more than double to nearly $4 billion by 2033.
Still smaller overall, but doubling.
Right. South Africa shows strong growth, projected to reach over $1.8 billion by 2033, and Nigeria and the rest of Africa are also contributing significantly to this, burgeoning market. So we've covered a lot of ground, a lot of numbers. What does this all mean for you as someone curious about global markets and consumer trends? How do we synthesize all these numbers and narratives?
Right. Let's try and pull it together. To synthesize this data, what we're seeing is a clear global trajectory of, significant growth for fragrances and perfumes. That's the headline.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not uniform, is it?
Not at all.
We have these distinct growth patterns. You've got mature markets like Europe and North America maintaining strong volume and consistent expansion. But then the emerging markets in Asia-Pacific, parts of the Middle East, and Africa, they're showcasing the highest growth rates. And this signals pretty substantial shifts in consumer spending, aspirations, and, frankly, the global distribution of wealth and influence.
That's a crucial distinction. So understanding these trends isn't just about, how much perfume is being sold. It can inform your perspectives on broader global economics, evolving consumer behavior, even how cultural preferences spread and merge across borders. This really isn't just about perfume, is it? It's about shifting wealth and evolving lifestyles worldwide.
Absolutely. The fragrance market, therefore, it acts as a really compelling lens, I think. A lens through which you can view broader economic and cultural development. It highlights areas of rapid urbanization, increasing disposable incomes, and the global spread of consumer desire for personal expression and even identity.
Okay, so the core insight here is that the global fragrance and perfume market isn't just growing, it's undergoing a dynamic shift. There are significant regional power plays happening. It's truly a scent story of global proportions. So as you think about this, maybe consider how these market trends might reflect deeper changes. Changes in identity, self-expression, luxury consumption across different cultures. What does our increasing desire for scent, say about us globally?
That's a great question. And encourages us to explore what truly drives these specific regional surges too, right? Is it just rising disposable income? Or is it changing social norms? Or perhaps innovative local brands disrupting the market and meeting new demands? Lots to unpack there.
Powerful questions indeed. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of global fragrance. Until next time, keep exploring. Welcome, deep divers. Today, we're getting into something pretty fascinating. Something that, well, touches many of our lives daily, often without us even thinking too much about it.
That's right.
We're exploring the really dynamic world of the global fragrances and perfumes market.
It's a surprisingly complex area.
It is, and we've been looking at a report from Cognitive Market Research, Global Fragrances and Perfumes Market, Trends and Challenges. We're going to dig into the key
Yeah,
insights.
there's some interesting stuff in there.
So our mission today, basically to understand how this market has, gone way beyond just being a luxury thing. It's become, well, a daily statement, part of our lifestyle. We want to uncover the social shifts, the tech advancements, which are huge, and what we as consumers actually want now, how all that is shaping scent.
It's a real mix of factors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really feels like fragrances aren't just for, like, weddings or big parties anymore, are they?
Not at all.
They've really become this everyday, almost self-care essential, part of your personal style. Like you said, a lifestyle statement.
For me, honestly, I used to save perfume for big events. Now, it's part of getting ready in the morning,
Mm.
almost like putting on my game face for the day.
That's a common experience now, I think.
So what do you think really drove that change for so many people? What's the main sort of economic push behind it?
Well, what's really insightful, and the report highlights this, is how directly it's tied to the rise in disposable income.
Ah, okay.
Especially, and this is key, in emerging economies. We're talking places like India, Brazil, a lot of countries in Southeast Asia.
Right.
As people just have more money to spend, their whole view of fragrances shifts. It stops being this rare treat and becomes, an accessible way to express yourself.
So more spending power equals more perfume.
Well, yes, but it's also how they spend. And this ties directly into consumer behavior, especially when you look at millennials and Gen Z.
Okay, how so?
With their growing economic influence, they don't just see perfumes as, like, an indulgence. For them, it's really a potent symbol. Status, yes, but also individual expressions, almost part of their identity. Identity,
Yeah.
interesting.
And what's often missed, I think, is that as income rises, particularly in those emerging markets, consumers aren't just buying more stuff. They're often leapfrogging.
Leapfrogging, what do you mean?
Skipping the traditional mid-range brands and going straight for premium or luxury scents.
Really? Yeah.
A lot of it is driven by brand perception, which gets massively amplified by social media, of course.
Ah, the Instagram effect.
Exactly. So if these younger generations see scent as this strong status symbol, our brands uh, deliberately playing into that. Is it all about influencers, or is there more to it?
Mm.
Maybe like super luxurious packaging designed to look good online.
Good question.
And you mentioned tech earlier,
Yeah.
the huge explosion of digital platforms, e-commerce.
Yeah, let's unpack that. How has technology really changed how we even find, let alone buy, scents? It seems totally different now.
Oh, it's fundamentally different. That branding point first, yes, influencers are massive. But brands are also pouring money into creating these really distinct, visually appealing products and experiences that just work well online.
Makes sense.
And the technology itself, it's been a complete digital transformation. Obviously, online shops are huge now.
Sure.
But then you've got influencer promotions making scents seem instantly desirable. And AI. AI is getting fascinatingly personal. It's not just suggesting scents based on what you say you like.
No. What else?
It's learning your, well, almost your olfactory fingerprint.
Wow. Okay.
Imagine, like, uploading a photo of your outfit and the AI suggests a scent that complements it.
Seriously.
Or it could analyze your calendar, suggesting something energizing for that big morning meeting versus something calming for when you want to unwind later.
That's wild.
And you have virtual consultations, subscription boxes curated just for you.
Yeah.
All these things make fragrances way more accessible. And the shopping experience has become super personalized, really engaging. It's gone beyond just personalization to something more like predictive lifestyle integrated scent suggestions.
Predictive scenting.
Yeah.
Like a personal assistant for your nose. Okay, so beyond how we buy, the actual products are changing fast too, right? It feels like Brands are constantly trying new things to grab our attention.
They really are.
What are some of the big innovations you're seeing?
We're definitely seeing some really remarkable innovation. A huge rise in gender-neutral blends, for
Yeah.
one.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Personalized formulas, too, really tailored to what an individual wants or needs. And a massive demand for sustainable and vegan-friendly options.
That seems huge across many industries now.
Absolutely. Plus, brands are constantly finding ways to make products feel more premium. Limited editions, collections using rare, maybe single-origin
Like
ingredients,
coffee or chocolate?
kind of, and real artisan craftsmanship. Perfumers hand-blending small batches, almost like bespoke fashion, but for scent.
Couture perfume.
Exactly. It adds this layer of exclusivity and story that really connects with luxury buyers.
Okay, so it sounds like the market's really buzzing, lots of innovation, easier access. Sounds great.
Mostly.
But there's always a but, isn't there? No industry sails smoothly forever. Despite all this growth, I bet the fragrance market faces some pretty big hurdles.
You're absolutely right. There are definitely challenges.
What are the main ones brands are wrestling with?
Well, one of the big ones is still cost, especially for those luxury and premium fragrances.
Right, they can be expensive.
Very. And those prices, they're often driven by those exotic ingredients we mentioned, the fancy packaging, just the brand name itself.
The prestige factor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that creates a real barrier for, middle and lower income consumers, particularly in places where people are more price sensitive.
So brands have to walk a line between aspirational and affordable.
Precisely. It's a constant balancing act.
Okay, what else? I'm thinking as people get more conscious about what they put on their bodies,
Yeah.
health and safety must be a bigger deal now.
Oh, definitely. Top of mind for many.
What kind of pressure does that put on the companies making these scents?
It's immense pressure, actually. There's way more concern now about skin sensitivities, allergies, things that can sometimes be triggered by synthetic ingredients or the alcohol content in many perfumes.
Yeah, I know people who react badly to some scents.
Exactly. So that's led to this growing demand for options that are dermatologically safe, hypoallergenic.
And dermatologically safe isn't just a sticker, is it?
Not at all. It often means completely re-engineering the fragrance base. Using different solvents, maybe natural emulsifiers, or doing intense testing on new, milder synthetic molecules. It's not just about taking the alcohol out, it's a fundamental change in how you formulate.
Sounds complicated. And probably expensive.
It is. It's a significant technical challenge, and yes, it costs money to do it right.
Okay, so cost barriers, health concerns. Now, let's touch on something a bit darker, something that unfortunately plagues lots of industries. Counterfeits.
Ah, yes, the fakes.
How big a problem is that in the fragrance world? And what does it mean beyond just lost sales?
It's an incredibly pervasive issue. Fake versions of popular scents are everywhere.
You see them online on street corners.
Exactly. And it's not just about damaging the brand's reputation or trust, though it certainly does that. It's also a real health risk.
It's because you have no idea what's actually in them.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Unknown chemicals, allergens.
Yeah.
It can be dangerous. And frankly, the market is already pretty crowded.
Yeah.
Lots of similar smells, similar packaging.
It can be confusing.
Totally. So these counterfeits just add to the confusion. It makes it incredibly hard for newer brands or smaller, honest brands to build loyalty and just stand out. It kind of erodes confidence overall.
That's tough. Okay, so we've looked at the growth, the things driving it, and some pretty serious obstacles. Let's shift gears now to the really exciting part. What's next? The trends that are shaping the future right now.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting.
So what does all this mean for what we'll be seeing and smelling in the near future?
Well, one of the absolute biggest shifts, no question, is the demand for clean, natural, and sustainable fragrances.
Okay, tell me more.
Consumers are actively looking for things like eco-friendly packaging, cruelty-free labels, ingredients derived from natural sources. These labels, vegan, organic, clean beauty, they aren't just buzzwords anymore.
They actually move product.
They're powerful market differentiators. And
Yeah.
what's really compelling is that for a growing number of people, this isn't just like a nice to have, it's a non-negotiable value.
Right. My values need to align with my purchases.
Exactly.
And this next one, it really taps into how much we value our own tastes, doesn't it? This is where things get super customized. Let's talk personalization. How far can this actually go? What's enabling it?
Absolutely. And it's going pretty far, thanks mainly to advances in AI and how brands can analyze consumer data.
Okay.
We're talking about brands being able to offer truly personalized fragrance experiences. Imagine scents tailored not just to what you say you like, but maybe to your unique skin chemistry, or your mood at that moment, or even just the time of day.
Wow, skin chemistry too.
Yeah, it's technically feasible.
Yeah.
This level of customization, it's being embraced by the big luxury perfumers, but also by really innovative startups. And it creates a much deeper, more sort of emotional connection between you and the brand.
Almost like having your own personal perfumer.
In a way, yes. It's moving towards this bespoke, almost intimate relationship with scent.
Fascinating. And beyond the individual, is there a bigger cultural shift affecting what smells we prefer?
Definitely. That brings us to the rising popularity of gender-neutral or unisex fragrances.
Right, we mentioned that earlier.
But what's really insightful here is how it's not just unisex in the old sense. It's more like a complete deconstruction of traditional marketing.
How so?
Brands are actively moving away from for him or for her. The whole narrative is shifting towards individual expression. We're seeing luxury brands deliberately redesigning bottles, reshaping campaigns to be intentionally ambiguous.
Reflecting society more.
Exactly. Reflecting a broader societal move away from rigid binaries.
Mm.
It goes beyond the old masculine and feminine scent profiles.
Yeah.
Woods for men, florals for women.
The traditional tropes.
Right. Instead, the focus is on the quality of the scent itself
Yeah.
and the individuality it lets you express. And that really resonates with today's more inclusive, more identity-fluid generation.
Mm.
Scent becomes a personal choice, not something dictated by gender norms.
And that potentially opens up the market too, right? To people who felt excluded before.
Absolutely. It could unlock entirely new groups of consumers who just didn't connect with the conventional marketing.
What a journey. It's so clear the global fragrances and perfumes market is going through this huge evolution.
It really is.
Driven by, well, fundamental lifestyle changes, incredible tech, and this growing focus on values and how we shop.
Mm.
And its future growth, as that Cognitive Market Research report pointed out, really seems to depend on balancing those price issues, dealing with regulations and safety, handling the fierce competition.
Yeah, navigating all that.
All while fully embracing personalization, sustainability, and inclusivity. It's a tall order.
It is. And that really leads us to a final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
Given this increasing focus on our individual identity and on making ethical choices as consumers, how might our personal scent choices evolve even further? Could they become maybe an even more direct reflection of our deepest values?
Scent as a statement of values, that's definitely something to think about.